this to like my dorm room because I kept on forgetting. But I am gonna be doing a collection like type of video, and this specific collection is my David Lynch related stuff. So anything ranging from TV characters, stuff like that, I'm going to be showing you guys. And I have to show you guys this because this was actually a birthday gift given to me by my friend, but it is awesome. This is my Dale Cooper standee. Yeah, like, isn't this awesome? And if you don't know who this character is, Dale Cooper is a FBI agent from the TV series Twin Peaks, which was written and directed by David Lynch. And it is honestly one of my favorite shows. I really enjoy it from the music to most of the characters and the visuals and the weird, surreal stuff going on. It is a very amazing show, and I honestly recommend everybody watching it from season 1, 2, and even The Return. A lot of people are like, I don't need to watch all the other stuff, but I think it's worth, watching and having your own opinion on it. But this is gonna be a David Lynch related collection video. Some of the stuff is mine. Only one thing here isn't really mine. I have loaned it out from my library to read, and it's just like a series of interview books. But we're gonna start off with Dale Cooper. I am tapping on his head. Like, this is amazing. I know my roommate's gonna be like confused when they see this, because this is like me bringing it back to my dorm after like knowing about it for about 2 to 3 weeks. I'm gonna set it down and show you guys something different. Okay, let me just set some things aside and gonna continue on with the Twin Peaks theme I have going on. And next up, this is actually a birthday gift I got from my older sister, but it is the Twin Peaks definitive gold box edition. So it has like a lot of stuff, I guess. And let's see what it has. Let me read the back. When Laura Palmer is found brutally murdered, FBI Special Agent Dale Cooper, played by Kyle MacLachlan, and Sheriff Harry S. Truman, soon discover that the town of Twin Peaks, no one is so innocent and nothing is what it seems. So this contains basically all 29 episodes plus the original pilot. Let's see. It is brilliantly remastered in picture from the original negative with 5.1 audio, both personally approved by David Lynch. There is deleted scenes. I know everybody likes saying deleted scenes of like, I feel like any content people consume, that like, I want to know what are the deleted scenes are. Let's see. An interactive map. The complete Log Lady introductions, the following music video with Julie Cruz, and some other stuff. This is like so awesome. Holy shit, there is a lot of DVDs in here, guys. is kind of funky, and I wish my dad would invest and buy us a new one. Personally, because I love movies. I love watching movies. That's always been my thing since I was a child. I love watching movies and shows and stuff I like. And I'm like, please fix it so I could watch the Twin Peaks when I'm home. I like watching it on the TV. I don't like watching it in my laptop. I mean, I can, but like, do I really want to? No. I want to watch it on the TV. The one thing I actually really wish I had now was the Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me movie on DVD. Like, especially the one from the Criterion Collection. I was thinking about buying it during winter, but I just didn't. Because it's like $40, because it's the Criterion Collection. And continuing with the Twin Peaks stuff, we have The Secret Diary of Laura Palmer. And if you probably heard me like say earlier when I was reading the back of that, Laura Palmer is the driving character. Like, she is what is driving the plot, her death. And her death, I feel like that's the one thing about Twin Peaks. We are seeing how this community reacts to the death of an important individual. Or, yeah, and honestly, reading this has made me pretty sad, because I'm just like, you know, because it starts off from early entries when she's like 12, when you're just like, what, like, a child is going through all this, what the hell? But it is well written. And let me read the back of this. Back in print, more than 2 decades after fans of the TV groundbreaking drama Twin Peaks made it. Back in print, more than 2 decades after fans of the TV groundbreaking drama Twin Peaks made it a New York Times bestseller. The Secret Diary of Laura Palmer holds the key to a mysterious mountain town in the Pacific Northwest, where the forces of good and evil do battle for a high school girl's innocence. This specific photo on the cover is just iconic. Everybody knows it. Or at least, like, if you're a Lynch fan or, like, really into media, you know about it. You know about this face. That is Laura Palmer. Sorry, guys, I'm getting, like, real nerdy with this. And, you know, there's something very interesting about this specific, you know, picture. And I want to read a page in here. It's, like, on the last pages. It is a ripped out page. Let's see. And I'm going to read. This is what Laura Palmer thought about her homecoming picture. And I told him it felt like the school and the town and the whole world were mocking me by voting me homecoming queen. How could they not see how I was being swallowed up by pain? How dare they make me a spectacle like that and ask me to smile again and again and again? Yeah, you know, that specific line, I don't know, in this book, like, or Laura's diary just stands out to me so much. Because often this is like the most iconic image, and when you think about, you know, this image in particular, which is her homecoming photo, she was, you know, as she said, she was being swallowed up by pain, and she hated that they were asking her to smile. But yeah. This is actually a pretty easy read. It's like a diary, so not that hard, kind of straight to the point, but it's still good regardless. And you're probably gonna already see these because I recorded a video and I'm gonna upload it before this one, but I showed these two and they're my Twin Peaks soundtracks. Keep in mind, this isn't all my David Lynch related stuff. I have records at home. I have the record for Blue Velvet at home. I have the record for Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me. I have Lost Highway, The Elephant Man on CD, all home. So there's like 5 items that are in my collection that are just not presently here in my dorm room. soundtrack, which was composed by Angelo Badalamenti, and I think produced as well by David Lynch. But it also contains singing by Julie Cruz, who is amazing. You know, her singing Falling is so beautiful, and I remember once going to a party and I was listening to that, and somebody asked me, what am I listening to? So I put, like, they're like, can I wear your headphones and listen to it? And they really liked it. But welcome to Twin Peaks. Population 51,201 people. Yeah, but it's a really nice soundtrack. I enjoy this so much. Even Laura's theme is beautiful. I might see if I could link the video of Angelo Badalamenti speaking about composing Laura's theme, which is so sad, you know. I listen to it and I get so emotional. Music is powerful, guys. It's powerful. I mean, we all know that, but like sometimes even scores can like do so much for me. I actually got this at my local record store. I was surprised to find it. I got it for like $4, which is relatively cheap, by the way. And I think I got it with a bunch of other David Lynch soundtracks, which I was surprised to find. You know, like somebody definitely donated a lot of their David Lynch stuff that day, and I bought it up. And I am grateful because I love this soundtrack. I love it. It's one of my favorite from like all the David Lynch ones. Actually, it's not my favorite, but it's like number 2. Next one, and this is the last of like the Twin Peaks related items I have on me right now on my person, and it is Fire Walk With Me. And here we have Laura. She is in here. She's a blonde, and the locket, and the iconic red room. This is actually so funny and like kind of off topic, but you know, when I was a child, I used to watch Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, and I can't remember if it was in the first or second season. I think it was in the second season. They have a whole episode dedicated, it's an homage to David Lynch with the Red Room. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but I might also link a video of that into like the description, because it's like, you know, that was actually my first exposure to David Lynch. Now that I think about it, is them referencing the Red Room, you know, the iconic Red Room and the weird statue and the man in the red suit. But anyways, this movie is absolutely heartbreaking, and I remember when I was watching it, I was like, you know, I feel like you'll learn a lot. It complements the show so much. Like, I feel like if you just watch the show, okay, but like you need to watch Fire Walk With Me. It is amazing. And this is just the soundtrack, but still, the soundtrack is amazing. There's some like good stuff on here. I honestly like the soundtrack more than the TV show one. I mean, my favorite one is the theme for Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me, and the Sycamore Tree, which has singing by Jimmy Scott, and the Pink Room, Questions in a World of Blue, which is sung by Julie Cruz, a montage from Twin Peaks, and The Voice of Love. All amazing. And I also got this at the same record store back home. Got it for like, I think $3. I got this one first before I got that one. Yeah, a real win, because if I go to like Amoeba Music, which is they have one in Los Angeles, one in Berkeley, one in San Francisco. I feel like I'd find that for like $7 or more, and I'm not dropping $7. I got this for a steal. Okay, and the other David Lynch stuff I'm gonna show is also CDs, and I think I already showed one of them in my past video, but I'm gonna show the one I haven't shown yet, and this is the soundtrack to Wild at Heart, which stars this movie knowing nothing, and I saw this with my boyfriend at a midnight movie. This was such a fun watch, like, I'm not even kidding. It was fun. It was kind of gross and disturbing at times, but it was fun. And, you know, I really like, I mean, there's some, I've come to realize that there are some David Lynch soundtracks that are just, like, not available via streaming. So having this is amazing because I can listen to the songs that are not on streaming. Like, there is, Nicolas Cage is, like, singing Elvis, and he's wearing this ridiculous, like, leather snake jacket. It's like, it's honestly really ugly, but kind of funny. But it's amazing, and again, it's composed by, I think, Angelo Badalamenti, but there is singing by Chris Isaac and other people, and obviously Nicolas Cage, but it's amazing. And the interesting thing about this is that it won Best Picture at the Cannes Film Festival in 1990. I think that was actually a pretty controversial win back in the day, if I'm not correct. But it's a fun movie. It has a great cast. I mean, it has Laura Dern, Nicolas Cage, Harry Dean Stanton, Isabella Rossellini, Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe looks kind of crazy in this, like, I mean crazy, like, you look at his teeth and you're like, damn, what the fuck happened? But yeah. Amazing. This is an amazing movie. This was actually on my top 4 for a while. Yeah, it's actually, yeah, it's fun. And it has actually a lot of, like, the original cast from Twin Peaks, from, I mean, I think Harry Dean Stanton, I can't remember if he's in season 1, but he's in Twin Peaks. You have, the actress who plays Laura, you have the actress who plays Audrey, and the actress who plays Laura's mother as well. They're all in this. And last of the CDs, CDs. I already showed this in a previous video, but it's the soundtrack to Mulholland Drive, which is amazing. It is, in my opinion, Lynch's best work. I mean, the soundtrack is pretty good, but it is really cool. And, you know, this is, like, I think one of Lynch's, like, Hollywood trilogy movies. And from the Hollywood ones, we have, I think, what's considered part of the Hollywood ones. Obviously, Mulholland Drive, Inland Empire, and I think Lost Highway. I think those are part of that. I don't know. But it's really great. It was actually the breakout role for Naomi Watts. Naomi Watts was at risk of losing her health care, and I think she was evicted from her apartment. You know, it was a serious time for her, but this broke her out into Hollywood. And it's amazing. It also is composed by Angelo Badalamenti. I mean, almost a good chunk of David's films are composed by Angelo. And it's interesting because Angelo actually stars in it. It's kind of funny. But it's I honestly recommend watching this. It is amazing. I think it's his best work. Billy Ray Cyrus is in it. It's kind of funny when he pops up in there because I'm like, what are you doing here? But yeah. And I'm gonna show the last item. Yeah, this is actually something I got at my local, like, school library. And it is a book which contains interviews with David Lynch. This is more me speaking on Lynch as a director, but I honestly don't think we'll ever get an American director like me sad knowing that he couldn't like film his last project, or it wasn't going through because of Netflix, and that makes me angry because we're getting stuff like Amelia Perez. Meanwhile, we could have gotten another Lynch film. But yeah, I mean, he also had been suffering recently. I think he was having issues with his lungs because he had been a smoker since he was 7. And I mean, he lived in Los Angeles, and around the time he died, the fires had actually just happened, and I can't imagine how bad all that smoke, like from that fires must have impacted him even more. And it's kind of sad, but I mean, he's an amazing director, one of the best, one of the greats in my opinion. I mean, I have a couple favorite directors. Him and Pedro Almodovar are my favorites. They constantly put out interesting work, and I think the one thing I do like about Lynch is the way he portrays women, and he very much loves the women he works with. I mean, you can tell from Naomi Watts with Cheryl, I think her name is Cheryl, and Laura Dern. He loved Laura Dern. Like, he really admires the actresses he works with, and he's a fascinating character. And the one beautiful thing I found about when he died was everybody, or at least people who were based in LA, they all went to Bob's Big Boy. If you don't know what Bob's Big Boy is, it's kind of like a restaurant-ish, like American restaurant. And, they sell like milkshakes, burgers, and stuff like that. And it's in an interesting spot because David Lynch for like 6 years would go every day to have his lunch there. I think he'd get a coffee and a milkshake. And yeah, he a fascinating character, and I love him so much. Like, it does make me sad to know that he's passed because death never feels real. But yeah. Ooh, actually, there's one of them talking about Wild Hour here. Let's see. Interview with David Lynch, 1990. Michael Cement and Herbert. What is the starting point for Wild at Heart? And David Lynch says this. The novel itself. My friend Monty Montgomery is one of the producers of the film, and he was reading the novel by Barry Guilford, Wild at Heart, the story of Sailor and Lula, though it hasn't been published yet. He was looking for unpublished stories, and this one stood out because he met the author, Barry Guilford, who used to work with the California publisher, Black Lizard. Since Monty wanted me to help him write the script so he could direct it himself, he had me read the book. I asked him jokingly, okay, but what happens if I like it so much that I want to direct it myself? He said, in that case, I could direct it. So what started as a joke was exactly what happened. The book impressed me in a lot with its styled Wild at Heart, this wild and crazy world, and in the middle, this love story, these people you can't imagine being tender, loving, and at peace. I also liked the flashbacks as a way to take a more indirect approach. And that is a little bit of this book. But I hope you guys like this video. This is kind of like a random one. I decided to do it because I had the quiet time and the space, and my mini fridge hasn't started making weird sounds. Knock on wood. But I hope you guys enjoy this, and we're gonna see Dale Cooper one last time. He has nothing to say. Okay. But thank you everyone for watching this video, and I hope you guys can support my channel. I know these aren't like typical ASMR videos, but I really do like talking and whispering and tapping. Tapping is honestly my favorite trigger, is when it's done like nice. But yeah, please like and subscribe, and tell me if you guys want to see me talk